Shields up, Iron Breakers. So today we're going to be talking about all the things that are going to be coming to Monster Hunter World Iceborne in the near future. So before we actually get into the roadmap itself, I figured I should talk about the events that are going to be coming on the 24th of January, which are already public, and we can talk about some of the rewards from those events, and then we'll get into the roadmap itself and all of the goodies that we're going to be getting, as well as a couple of guesses that I kind of have about some of the monsters that may or may not be coming. We shall see. I have a couple of notes here that I'm going to be looking over. I talked with Kegrin about a lot of this stuff, and just like there's a lot of stuff to go over. But yeah, let's start with the easy stuff. So on the 24th of January, the first thing that you will notice is that we have the Red Dragon again on the console side of things, not on the PC side of things. Okay, most of the events I'm going to be talking about is going to be about console because a lot of the events are going to show up on the actual roadmap that address the PC and the syncing of the PC and all that stuff. So, but don't worry, for all of you PC fans out there, we'll get to you as well. So yeah, the first thing, Safi is coming back to consoles on the 24th. To be quite frank, I feel like it is a little bit too early to bring Safi back. But that might be just because, you know, I grinded the crap out of Safi. You guys know I did. I've made like, out of the three types of weapons that I played the most, which are Gun Lance, Charge Blade, and Sword and Shield, I've made upwards of like between 7 and 8 of each of those weapon types fully maxed out with all of the upgrades that I wanted. So it was a completely insane grind that I've already done on Safi. But you know, Safi comes back on the 24th. I'll probably do a little bit more of Safi. And also to kind of help out the Iron Breakers that still haven't gotten the stuff that they wanted, I'll try to host a lobby, try to get you guys all to join in and get some more grinding going. And also I need to practice my Sword and Shield skills on Safi itself. So there's that. Now, besides Safi, we're going to be looking at the new events. So these are events that we haven't talked about yet because most of the stuff that is in here is actually stuff that we've already done. But there are a couple of new ones, starting with Flora Frostbite, which is basically a quest that you can complete. I'm going to assume that is going to involve you gathering some frozen herbs or something in Hoarfrost Reach. And completing this quest will net you special materials to making the scholarly looking Wyverian Ears Alpha Plus headgear, which basically means you can get yourself a set of elvish ears. So yeah, this is for all the elves out there. I know that Kegrin's probably dying to get started on this quest to get his elvish ears. That's just the way these things go. Then we have 50 Shades of White, which is going to allow you to craft a dazzling assortment of weapons. We don't necessarily know what these are yet. I've been told what these weapons are going to be, but I really don't want to like kind of spoil it. Just know that you complete this quest, you're going to be able to make probably, I assume, one of each weapon type, and we'll see how good they are once these things actually come out. It's probably been leaked already, but you guys know I don't like to report on leaks, so it is what it is. Moving right along, we have Beef is Never a Mistake. Something so tasty is making its way back onto the menu as a hammer. Complete this quest for special materials to craft your own. As you can see right here, you got like a turkey leg or a chicken leg that looks like a hammer. So yeah, this is the quest that's going to allow you to craft that specific weapon. I'm actually surprised. I don't think I saw the bomb hammer. There's like this hammer that looks like it's got rockets on it and stuff. Look real cool. But yeah, that's another one of the events that's going to be back, that's going to start fresh and that you might want to check out once the events go live on the 24th. And then we have a shocking climax. Complete this quest to get Unity symbols, special upgrade materials for upgrading your armor. Don't know exactly what this is, but we do see the rocket hammer here. So maybe we'll be able to craft the rocket hammer with some of the stuff in here. I really don't know. We shall see. Looks like it's going to involve a Namiel or something. Actually, does the quest details actually say? No, it just says hunt all target monsters. But looks like a Namiel is going to be on there. And we're going to get Unity symbols. Whatever those are, we don't know, but it is going to be new. That's pretty much all of the new basic quests. But the thing is, most likely these are going to be the quests that are available like on the first week of the event. And they might add a couple of surprises later down the line. So don't expect these to be the only new things that happen during the event. We just don't know what else is coming. Okay? But anyway, these are the events that you can expect on the 24th. That's just the new stuff. Once we actually get the events, we might get a couple of new things added into the list, and then I will talk about those at that point in time. But now, the thing you guys have most likely been waiting for, let's take a first glance at the roadmap itself. So this particular roadmap highlights where we are in terms of console and PC. We're going to go into a bit of greater detail in terms of the console events, because this is just a highlight that at this point, so basically by the end of April, PC is going to be synced with console. So let's start things off with the console. And in January, we have the Grand Appreciation Fest, which we just talked about, some of the new events that are going to be coming. In February, we're going to get some special event quests. Again, we're going to go into more detail about what these quests are. In March, we're going to get 2 variant monsters. We're going to be talking in greater detail about this as well. And in April, we get new Arch-Tempered and Master Rank versions of existing monsters, as well as new Astera/Celiana Fest, which I'm going to assume is the Spring Festival. So Astera is probably going to get its usual decorations on the Gathering Hub, and we'll see what the Spring Festival looks like in Celiana. Now, on the PC side of things, it is also getting the Grand Appreciation Fest, which is cool because it's already kind of starting the syncing process. So PC is getting the Grand Appreciation Fest at the same time as consoles. And then in February, PC is already getting Rajang, as well as the Guiding Lands Volcanic Region, and a bunch of collaborations. So the Raccoon City collaboration, will be able to go hunt the Black Veil Valhazak and get the sets from who was it? It's Jill, and I forget who the other guy is. Jill, and the other guy's name starts with an E. I'm not a big Resident Evil. Leon. Jill and Leon. I'm not a big Resident Evil guy, so I apologize for that. But yeah, you can get those full sets, not layered just yet. Layered will probably come at a later date. Maybe even during the... Well, it wouldn't make sense to come during the Grand Appreciation Fest. That'd be kind of weird. Then we have also the holiday... Joy Fest, which means PC players will get to enjoy the Holiday Joy Fest, which we already did. It's kind of weird how they get first the Grand Appreciation and then the Holiday Joy. So it's kind of like a bit of a weird mix match, but you know, it is what it is. Then on March 12th, you're going to be getting Title Update 2, which includes Stygian Zinogre and Safi Jiva at the same time, as well as Guiding Lands Tundra Region. Now see, this is where I kind of feel like... In a way, I guess this is what a lot of the people on the PC are asking for, which is like, just get us caught up to the console as fast as possible. But I think you guys are kind of going to regret it a little bit, because you're not even going to appreciate Stygian Zinogre's weapons. Because as soon as Safi Jiva hits, like, that's it. That's it. You're just like, Safi Jiva is the meta. Okay? Its weapons are quite simply the best weapons in the game. Once you start working down your way down the customization stuff and all that, they're just like the best weapons in the game. So you're not even going to touch Stygian Zinogre's weapons, because it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Which is kind of like a weird thing. I mean, you can still craft them if you want to, but at the end of the day, if you're looking to have like the more powerful weapons, Safi just kind of like completely overlooks Stygian. Even in console, most of us felt like Stygian lasted like for about 5 minutes, because Safi came in and just like destroyed Stygian meta. So it's kind of weird that they're all just like jumbled up together like that. Personally, you're barely going to get enough time to enjoy what Rajang brings to the table, and you're gonna get all of this stuff. And again, this might just be me, which is cool. Like, if you guys want all this stuff, just give everything, all of the content. That's cool, man. I'm just saying, it's going to be kind of weird the way that it all shapes out, and we'll see what people think about it by the time they get there. And also you get the new region, the Tundra region, which comes with a bunch of new monsters that are going to show up in the Guiding Lands, which is pretty cool. And also you get new materials, new upgrade tiers. So basically by the end of March, you're going to be at the same upgrade tier that consoles are, because there's new upgrade tiers that allow you to augment your weapons further and all that stuff. And on March, you're getting the same stuff we were getting. And then in April, you get the same stuff. You get the monsters that we got in March, the 2 variant monsters, and you get all of the synced stuff with new Arch-Tempered and Master Rank versions of existing monsters. And then in May, we're going to have the return of a fan favorite monster. And then from June onwards, we're going to have new monsters and updates planned. So most likely we're still going to have Iceborne support up until the end of 2020. And I'm very curious to see what happens after that. Because Are they going to keep doing like seasonal events in the game? Because at the end of the day, Monster Hunter World is not really like your traditional live service game. Like, they are going to move on from this and they're going to go make other Monster Hunter games, or at least I would hope. And I definitely want them to make more Monster Hunter games because, you know, I want to keep playing Monster Hunter for as long as humanly possible because it's just my favorite game of all times. But we shall see what happens once, you know, they kind of like get to that point where support's going to start slowing down. I think that the logical thing would be to just do an update to the game and make all of the events public at all times. Just let the players choose, hey, I want to have spring theme on my gathering hub right now. I want to have winter theme on my gathering hub. Like, that'd be cool. And I'm also curious to see what is going to happen in terms of the PlayStation 5 for Monster Hunter World. If they're going to do like updates, because they already have the high-res texture pack on the PC and stuff. So it will be very interesting to see what happens as Iceborne comes to, I don't want to say the end of its life cycle, but like the end of its marketing cycle, the commercial cycle, the development cycle, and all of that stuff. We shall see what happens, but that is something that I'm extremely curious about. Now let's go into more detail about all of these things that we're going to be getting. This is going to be mostly for consoles in terms of dates, but all the content is coming to PC as well, just at the different dates that we see here. Just remember, by April, we're all caught up, so you guys will have experienced everything that is talked about here. So you can see prominently displayed, and this information is currently on the official website, so you can check this out for yourself if you want to. This is not like something that I threw together in Paint, even though it kind of looks like it in some ways, but it's not. But as you guys can see right here, we have in January, the Astera/Celiana Fest, Grand Appreciation Fest, and new layered armor. I don't remember exactly which one it was. I believe it's the Gamma armor that is coming during this particular event. So this is a high-rank Gamma armor from Monster Hunter World. And I don't know if any other armor is going to be showing up during this particular festival. We'll see what happens with that. Then in February, we're going to have special event quests featuring high encounter rate for gold crown monsters, increased decoration rewards drop rate, great spirit vein gem rewards, which thank God, even though it's kind of late for me because I've already grinded most of the ones that I could possibly need for the foreseeable future. But thank God there's going to be a special event quest to get great spirit vein gem rewards for everyone that is still like stuck not having them. Thank God for that. Am I right? And then we're also going to be having higher master rank point gains. This is going to be kind of like a month for people to catch up. People that are maybe a little bit lagging behind. Maybe they finished the game when it initially came out, and then they were like, oh, I don't feel like engaging in a grind. But now there's a bunch of new stuff coming and a bunch of new announcements and stuff, and they're like, oh, I should get back into the game. February is going to be the catch-up month, essentially. You're going to be getting higher master rank, you're going to be getting more great spirit vein gems to augment your weapons, and all of these deco rewards drops and stuff to kind of like catch you up. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty sweet. Then in March, we have Major Title Update 3, and that is going to include 2 new variant monsters. Now, an important thing to mention is that if you look up the wiki, you will notice that the only variants left from previous Monster Hunter games, I mean, the traditional Monster Hunter games, I'm not going to include like Monster Hunter Frontier and all of these other things. Like, I'm just including, previous Monster Hunter games that in the same vein as Monster Hunter World. But the ones that are missing is Chaotic Gore Magala, Raging Brachydios, Furious Rajang, and Rusted Kushala. The 2 ones that definitely make the most sense, and I know that this is exactly the same thing that Eric's has already said in his video, but the 2 ones that do make the most sense is Rusted Kushala and Raging Brachydios, because naturally we just had Rajang added. Particularly on the PC, it will be even less time since Rajang has been added. So it would be kind of weird for them to just go, oh yeah, here's this new variant. It's Furious Rajang. It might happen. We don't know. But it seems like the most probable ones would be Raging Brachy and Rusted Kushala, because we most likely will not be getting Chaotic Gore Magala just yet, considering that he's not even in the game as a regular monster. So I don't think it would make sense to just like instantly introduce him as, a variant. So those are kind of like the predictions, and I think that those are probably going to be the ones that do get added. Anyway, coming in April, we have title update 13.5, and that is going to include new Arch-Tempered and Master Rank versions of existing monsters, as well as the Astera/Celiana Fest, which, like I said, I believe is going to be the Spring Festival, because April dates kind of just like match up and stuff. Now, when it comes to the Arch-Tempered monsters, I don't know which ones they're going to be making Arch-Tempered. Most likely, we're going to see stuff like Velki and Namiel, at least. I would imagine those two are going to be getting their Arch-Tempered versions. But we shall see. And then there's also Master Rank versions of existing monsters. Now, my predictions here are Kolv Taroth, because we haven't seen Kolv Taroth. Now, there's other monsters that we haven't seen an update to Master Rank, like the Basil Goose. But the thing is, a lot of those monsters got the variants, and the variants are carrying their trees forward. So like Nergigante got Bruno Nergigante, and basically the trees carry forward that way. Same way as Basil Goose got Seething Basil Goose. So I don't think they're going to just like, oh yeah, now there's Seething Basil Goose and Master Rank Basil Goose. I don't think that would make a lot of sense. Same way that I don't think it would make a lot of sense to have, here's Bruno Nergigante and Master Rank Nergigante. You know? However, the monsters that we did not get as Master Rank would be Kolv Taroth. So most likely April, I think we're going to see Goldilocks come back, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm not looking forward to that, to be completely honest. I'm still burned out on Goldilocks personally. But the other monsters that we could potentially be getting, because they do say Master Rank versions of existing monsters, I think are probably going to be Behemoth, Ancient Leshen, and potentially Zora Magdaros. Zora Magdaros is a kind of a weird one, because we do have the means to get Zora Magdaros armor right now through the Guiding Lands, but at the same time, we never really got like a Master Rank version of the Zora Magdaros fight, which could be an interesting thing that we get. And also, if you guys notice, Zora Magdaros is the armor that has received the least amount of work out of pretty much any of the Elder Dragon armors. It's just the old Zora Magdaros armor. That's it. It's either the alpha or the beta. I don't even know which one of those it is. Well, actually, both of them are in there. It's just like the basic high rank version of Zora Magdaros. It's literally the same armor that you get, which I think it would make sense for Zora Magdaros to kind of like make its return. But yeah, those are like my predictions for the Master Rank versions: Kolv, Behemoth, Ancient Leshen, and Zora. And that way we'd be able to like upgrade our the Insect Glaive, the Truge Bolg, and the Witcher swords, which is something that I'm actually looking forward to, because, you know, since I've been playing a lot of Sword and Shield, it'd be cool to be able to wield the Witcher sword again in Master Rank. So yeah, and naturally Zora Magdaros kind of excites me because Gunlance, and it kind of sucks that pretty much for every set that you make for the Gunlance, you want to have 3-piece Zora. There's not really a whole lot of choices there. And Zora just looks like high rank Zora, so it'd be nice to have like at least different looking armor for your artillery secret, you know, but you know, maybe that's just me. Anyway, come May, we have Major Title Upgrade 4, and the only thing they really say is Return of Fan Favorite Monster. Now I'm going to call it right here. Kegrin disagrees with me. Kegrin thinks I'm full of shit, but I'm gonna call it right here. You guys can see it if you look with attention on the video, the next image that is coming on here. But I'm gonna call it right here that the return of the fan favorite monster is gonna be this guy right here. It's gonna be this guy right here. Am I right? Am I right or am I right, chat? What's up? Am I right or am I right? What do you guys think? Logi coming back? They've already said, oh, it's too hard, his neck is floppy, yada, yada, yada. I think they fixed it, dude. I think they fixed it. I think Logi is making a comeback. No water combat. I just think he's going to be fighting inland. Maybe it won't even be Logi. Maybe it'll be Ivory Logi. I don't know. But I think it's going to be a Logi that fights on land, mostly. And I think he's going to be the one making a comeback. And if it's not him, then the other monster that I really, really hope it is, and I actually did not Google a picture for it, but I'll Google one real quick. The other one that I really hope it is, let me just show you guys right here. One that would really hype me up to no end. Let me see a good one. Is this a good one? Yeah, this is a good one right here. The other one that would hype me up to no end is this bad boy right here. This be another really good one. But they have to do it right. Like, if the monster coming in May is this guy, they gotta do it right. They gotta bring in the virus. They gotta bring in the virus, dude. If they bring this bad boy in, I want virus. I want the frenzy mechanics. I want virus-infected monsters. I want all of that jazz. I don't just want, like, oh yeah, here's Gore. Here's Gore Magal. No. I want that, and then at the end, of like you doing a quest line or something and hunting a couple of frenzied monsters, you'd get the white boy. Huh? Who would be hyped for that? Huh? Who would be hyped for that? But yeah, these are my two guesses for May. It's either this guy or I really, really want it to be this guy. But to be quite frank, I don't know. I don't know which one of the two will be. I'll be happy with any of them, to be quite frank, because this guy represents when I first tried out the game and hated it, which is cool. It's cool in a lot of ways that Logic kind of represents the game where I initially was introduced to Monster Hunter, and the fact that I hated it makes it even more hilarious. But yeah, this is pretty fun. Now, another interesting thing that I saw while I was looking at the stream, because one of the reasons why we started the live stream a little bit later today is also because I spent a lot of time looking at the Japanese live stream, right? One of the things that I want to show you, I don't know if people have already seen this or not, but there was a section of that live stream that I would share with you, and it is this right here, because it's really cool. Like, just look at this. Wait, is this... yeah. Like, they did this for Devil May Cry 5, and it was really cool watching that. And it's just like a really cool peek behind the curtains. Like, look how he's got crutches on to symbolize the way that Rajan kind of like walks around and stuff. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I loved watching this. You can really see the mocap and stuff. I love how there's just the guy that friggin' goes over there, punches him in the arm. It is really cool. And it's like, look at how much the dude is sweating. Look at how much effort he put into that mocap session. Right? Look at how much effort was put into that one mocap session, dude. That's insane. It's like, that's one of the things that I thought was really awesome, right? I just really like watching. I like watching this kind of like behind the scenes stuff. Let me take a quick look at my notes here. Then they talked about this other thing that I was kind of surprised to see. I was not aware of this, but apparently there was a news article written about this, which is Monster Hunter Iceborne XR Walk. Now, there's actually a news article about this, and this is only in Japan, of course, because we can't have cool things in the West. This is an article on happygamer.com. Let me turn back the music. Universal Studios Japan has announced a brand new attraction based on the series of Monster Hunter World. Though the latest expansion, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, was just released, fans of the franchise will have a chance to relive history. The new attraction will be a VR experience using high-quality visuals from the Monster Hunter World series. Monster Hunter World Iceborne XR A Walk will allow visitors to experience the world within the series in first person. The world within the expansion is reproduced, allowing visitors to experience the game world closer than before. Players can collect items while they're walking through the world. Visitors can also fight monsters within the VR experience. Players will be able to feel the roar of life-sized monsters they face in battle. As players fight, so you can actually fight. It's not just like a walk thing. I assume it'll be very limited in terms of what you can fight and stuff like that. It's not going to be like a full Monster Hunter experience, but still, they can feel the impact when attacking and defending themselves against life-sized creature. Other realistic experiences include feeling wind pressure as they walk through the attraction. The experience is completely 3D, so players can completely immerse themselves in Monster Hunter World. Up to 4 players can play the new attraction together, just like the video game. The rule of 4! You don't break the rule of 4, otherwise bad things happen. You put a 5th person in there, everything goes to hell, okay? But yeah, then they give a couple of more, tidbits about the game itself. But like, dude, when I saw it, I was like, man, that's gotta be amazing. I was actually surprised because this was posted like 4 days ago, and I had no idea that this was gonna be a thing. I don't know the exact dates of when this is going to be available. It says it will last from Friday, March 20th until Sunday, August 30th. So there you go. That's a really cool thing. Actually, I'm just going to go to Japan, guys. I'm going to start like one of those fun things, like I'm going to put like a goal or something on the stream right there. Be like Japan trip fun so that I can go and play this thing. Dude, that'd be so friggin' awesome. I know, I'd love to do it, but I don't know. I don't know if that would even be possible, because I also have to, you know, I got to keep you guys company. I got to do all of this content, do all of this stuff. Now, there were a couple more things I wanted to talk. Oh, yeah. I think that people that do this, because this is going to be like at Universal Studios Japan, right? Yeah, Universal Studios Japan. Then people are going to be able to get like the USJ items in Iceborne, which they actually show in here as well at 204. 204 should be close to here. Here we go. The USJ items, which as you can see, we got a pendant right here. You have the traditional longsword that we kind of already have. We have a new USJW set. I never really used the old one much, so I don't know if what the differences are in terms of the sets. Again, I don't use them all that much. There's some Palico gear in here as well, naturally, as well as a new bow. I do believe the other one was only the longsword and Palico stuff. So this time you're also getting a bow, and it looks pretty friggin' cool, but most likely will not be super meta, because the other one, at least I don't think the other one was, but it was viable. It basically had like Rathalos set bonuses. I would expect this one to kind of like go the same route. But that's your USJ stuff. I don't know exactly when this is going to become available. I'm sure that somewhere around here says the dates for the people that actually go to the event. Didn't really bother translating this though. But for the people that don't go to the event, most likely we will all get this stuff later down the line. But yeah, I believe that is pretty much all of the stuff that was announced. That is kind of like your update into all things Monster Hunter World Iceborne for 2020. I think one of the more exciting things is the fact that PC is finally getting synced with consoles, which is something that I personally thought was going to happen a lot sooner. But that is all of the updates. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, let me know if you guys are excited about it. And also, if you are watching on YouTube, remember to follow me over on Twitch, where I did this whole thing live with the chat that you guys can see right down there. Everybody hanging out, having a good time. But in terms of the video, that is going to be it. Likes, comments, feedback, all the usual stuff. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.